Hey guys, thanks for joining in today. We're going to be doing some bang trims. So let's start off with talking tools. If this is all you have, it's okay. You can make it work. Not my first choice. If you haven't watched a girl cut her hair off with a knife, you should. Just for the love of all things, do not cut your hair with a knife. Now, if you have a pair of shears or scissors that has a finer blade, first choice, for sure. Also, grab yourself a comb. If you've got one with finer teeth on one side and a little bit wider on the other, that would be great. Pull your hair back so that way all that's left out is your bangs. And you can also use your facial structure as a guide. So keep in mind your eyebrows, your cheekbones, your nose. Those are all great guides to use while you're trimming your bangs. So clean lines, make sure that you have your bangs out, no excess, and that you have a nice clean line. Let me reiterate that. You want to have a nice clean line. It'll make your life so much easier, I swear. So dry your hair in how you would normally wear your bangs. Then we're going to start with a blunt, one length bang. Don't have a lot of tight tension. I'm sure you've seen people who have cut their bangs with really tight tension and it pops up and it's super short. Just have a medium tension. If you're having a hard time determining that, use your comb to help you. The wider teeth will create a softer tension. So cut everything straight down, and you're gonna take a guide and cut from the middle to the left side first. So working your way from the center to the corner. Taking smaller sections, you wanna keep your subsections smaller so that way you're not losing control and you're maintaining that one length blunt line that we're working on creating. So using your guide from the left, you can finish your right side, and then you can take the corners of your bangs and just cross-check that they are the same length to make sure that you have even bangs. Using your comb, you can also help cross-check. Now say you want to create a bevel, you want a little bit shorter in the middle. Now take your section and part it using the middle and working your way to the corner. So you're going to just slightly angle and remove that corner so that way you are creating a little bit of a shorter center in your bangs. Now take your guide and your clue from the other side and copy that on the opposite side of your bangs. You can see that guide right there. So we just need to connect the two, just that little corner to remove it. So working your way up from the longest to the shortest to connect. Now say that you want to soften that line, that these are feeling really blunt and heavy. All you have to do is take a small subsection, lift up your bangs, and notch into them. Point your scissors straight up and just take little sections to remove the weight. Less is always more. You can always add more, but you can't put it back on. So start by just removing a few notches and work your way until you're happy with your end result. And you can see just the small amount soften that edge. Now we're going to recreate that on our other side. And you can see that I'm pointing my scissors straight up. No angle, just straight up. What we're looking for here is just to remove a little bit of the bulk. So now we're gonna talk about doing a swoop bang, a side bang. We're gonna go off of our parting. And we've also created that triangular section from the part to include what we want in our fringe. Now, again, keep in mind that you don't want to include any hair that you don't want cut. I'm going to be using the wider teeth because I want to have less tension, especially since this is curly hair. We know curly hair is going to shrink up. And until you feel confident, I would recommend using the wider side of your comb just so that way it's not too tight and you don't end up with really short bangs. So again, pointing your fingers up to create the angle and removing the length, working your way from shortest to longest. And play with your bangs. Take your time, move them around. You can always take more off. So keep just trimming them up. Now you can cut blunt with like a one cut, or you can slowly notch the hair if you don't want a blunt line, just a little bit softer. And now say you want to have a little bit more of an angle. We're going to take our bang and we're going to notch into it just a little bit more and just keep working. It doesn't have to be perfect on your first go. You can always, always, always take more hair off. So again, like I want to have just a little bit more of an angle here. You can see it's a little bit more one length. So what I'm going to do now is just lift up and take that corner. And you can see that little corner right there. We're just going to notch that off. And you can see the difference in that angle. It gives her a little bit more of an intense angle. So if you need a bang trim, these are a couple options. Please send a message, leave a comment. If you need any help, happy to help as you trim your bangs at home.